Hi guys, Artie here, and since it's been almost a year, I've decided to make a part 2 of the GTA Online rant, which was the second ever video I've uploaded onto the channel. I'm going to cover some topics I forgot to talk about in the last one, new issues that have arose since last time, and of course, their fragile servers. If you want to hear me discuss other issues that have plagued GTA Online for quite some time, check out the first part. Be warned, my skills back then were very amateur, and I recorded the lines all in one take haphazardly. It was very hard for me to rewatch. First, I want to go over their strict chat moderation, which I don't think makes sense for this sort of game. Grand Theft Auto is a 17+ game intended for adults and not children. They make that abundantly clear. So why are we not allowed to swear in text chat and on the phone messages, but the NPCs are allowed to call us mother effers in a text message when we steal a streetcar? I don't get it. Here's where it gets worse. Back in January, Rockstar announced that they contracted a company known as Modulator to monitor the in-game voice chat and will flag any users who are deemed as toxic or breaking the rules. I don't see how this could possibly go horribly wrong. It will spy on players and will be run by a bot system that will most likely false flag users that have done nothing wrong, just like in Call of Duty. I do not recommend using voice chat in GTA Online anymore, and instead start a voice chat on Discord or Telegram with your friends. Even the PSN parties are monitored these days, and you have to walk on eggshells and watch what you say. Next up, I haven't seen many people talk about this, but something that drives me absolutely nuts is the NPCs spam calling me every 5 seconds. First, Lester will call me the second I spawn in my apartment, then Dex, and then my yacht captain for whatever reason. They should add a feature to mute or block NPCs from blowing up your phone, but they aren't going to. That's because they are basically advertisements for features in the game that cost money, which in turn will drive up shark card sales. Even worse is that the game automatically picks up the call for you if you don't answer it in time. Which is not how it works in real life. Imagine if your boss was calling you on your day off and you were waiting for it to go to voicemail, but instead the phone automatically picks up the call for you after 2 seconds of ringing. Also, why can't they add a feature to hide the useless contacts in your phone so you can scroll to Lester or your mechanic faster? They can call you, but you can't call them back? That's pointless. Either have a feature to disable certain contacts, or don't have them listed at all if they don't even do anything other than annoy you. Now we're really getting into the meat and potatoes. I'm going to be describing the state of GTA Online's outdated and weak servers. How GTA Online servers work is that the actual gameplay in online sessions are done using peer-to-peer. So basically, each player acts as both the host and the participant/client, and it is linked together with every other player's connection in the session. Meanwhile, the matchmaking for hosting and finding missions, races and heists, and so on are hosted on very primitive, bare-bones servers. More so, a hybrid type of server. The reason why I say the matchmaking servers are primitive is because when you host a job, it takes an eternity to find any players that want to join. If somebody does actually join your lobby, they get impatient and leave. For whatever reason, when you first launch a job, the lobby type is set to closed, but when you replay the job afterwards, the matchmaking works fine and people can join on call and you actually can get a decent sized lobby. One time I tried to host a mission and sat in the lobby screen for about an hour, inviting people, and not a single soul joined. They really need to fix the matchmaking system. My guess as to why the matchmaking is set to close nowadays is because there was probably some sort of money glitch or god mode exploit at some point in time that took advantage of the decrepit servers and Rockstar forgot to turn it back on. Gotta love how they will patch a money glitch within hours, but they will leave in game-breaking bugs for years and some that still exist to this day. Money is the bottom line. Not just that, when you try to join through a quick job, half the time it doesn't even work and says that there are no lobbies available anywhere. I find it very hard to believe that there are 0 players hosting any missions all across PS4 and PS5 platforms. Still using peer-to-peer servers in the year 2024 is infeasible. You'd think a AAA publisher like Rockstar could afford high-end, dedicated servers with the billions of dollars they've made from shark card sales and re-releasing GTA 5 twice, but no. I can almost guarantee that GTA 6's online mode will still use peer-to-peer servers well into the 2030s, because Rockstar is too cheap to host real servers. But imagine, if they actually decided to make their own servers, it would be wild having 50-player sessions or even 100 players in one lobby. With peer-to-peer servers, whenever I'm playing a last team standing or race that has over 20 people, the frame rate drops significantly, and it looks like I'm playing a flash game and there's tons of lag. One time in the Runners vs Antorno's LTS, I pushed someone off the bridge, but they somehow teleported back on because of the server lag. Despite the peer-to-peer servers not being the best, the benefit is when your connection is disrupted for a split second, it will automatically put you in a solo session and remove everybody else from the lobby, rather than kicking you out of the server entirely. Also, peer-to-peer servers are constantly communicating with each other in live time. Either way, peer-to-peer servers should have become obsolete in gaming at least 15 years ago. The days of LAN play and having all sorts of dongles connected to your PC and game consoles are over. Most servers now are tangible dedicated ones made to handle busy traffic and all sorts of player internet connections. Remember back in 2020 when Fall Guys first came out and it was so popular they had no choice but to upgrade the servers because of how many people were trying to play at once? I can understand that Rage is becoming an older game engine, and maybe that's why it can't handle servers. But even then, they could tweak it, like they did for Red Dead Redemption 2. Not only that, the PS4 and Xbox One are inching closer to the end of their life cycles, and it is only a matter of time before hackers jailbreak and mod the most recent firmware versions and create vulnerabilities. The 8th generation of consoles has an advantage, that being the PS5 having a rough launch because of the pandemic and scalping, and not really having many good exclusives yet. So why dish out nearly $600 when you can continue playing on PS4, which still works fine, and has a huge player base, or just jump ship to PC? Not to mention, peer-to-peer servers are not very secure in this day and age. If you are playing on PC, hackers can actually grab your IP address, cable provider / ISP, the city you live in, and all sorts of sensitive information very easily. There's many mod menus that are capable of this. I believe it was the Luna mod menu that was most infamous, and it got to the point where Take-Two, the parent company of Rockstar Games, actually sued them and it was shut down in 2021. Before I end the video, the last topic I want to discuss is the game modes themselves and how they are being handled. Finding a match is already hard enough, so why doesn't Rockstar just put a permanent double or even triple or quadruple money reward on all the adversary modes so people actually play them? I'd love to play Rhino Hunt and Slashers vs Beasts again. Instead of removing game modes or leaving them abandoned, encourage people to actually play them. When they do promote a game mode for the week, usually it's a racing map like Drifters or the Drop Zone Adversary mode. Also, I find it annoying and stupid how if you leave a mission or race, you get bad sport points added to your account. I should be able to leave a bad map somebody made, or if it's obvious that I'm going to lose a race and nothing I will do will catch me up to the lead in time, without being punished. About 5 years ago, I was put in a bad sports lobby because I kept leaving missions too many times without completing them. If it was a heist, that would be a different story since randoms leave all the time, and then you have to go back to free mode, go to your apartment, and then re-invite everyone back to the heist. But all I do is leave races if I fall behind too much, or if I'm starting to get bored of a last team standing mission. Despite being the latest installment still, it feels like the player base of GTA Online is declining, and it's kind of sad. Whenever I join a lobby and want to have fun, either there's less than 15 people, or it's a full 30 player lobby, but everyone is AFK in their apartments. Not to mention, finding a friend to play in adversary mode with is near impossible. Hopefully with the new DLC that is planned to come out sometime this summer, they will fix some issues with the servers and the matchmaking system especially. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, notify, and check out other videos on the channel. You may like them. What would you do to improve GTA Online and what effect would it have? Let me know in the comments.